Girl, you looking sweet that night. Wish that I could love you back in a special way. You like my mind. I feel alive. You blow my mind. I'm satisfied. So much love. You knock me out. Excited. So excited. Makes me wanna shout. You got me so lucky. Have you all in love? I'm in love the way you love me, yeah. Yeah, I'm in love. I'm so in love with you, baby. You blow my mind. song titled Outstanding. We'll soon be moving into the Love Zone where I play 3 more tracks back to back for the Love Zone. Let's enjoy some mellow vibes. Starting off with Kenny Wayne, Rising to the Top. This jam was released in 1982 and the title of the album is Changes. I know we're doing everything that we do. Meanwhile, are we losing? Because we won't let go. And let's start thinking what we're doing. Don't let nothing change your mind. Let's start heading homeward bound. Get off the ground, stop losing, yeah, losing. Keep rising to the top. Give it all you got. You gotta win. Keep on believing all the dreams inside you. Don't stop achieving, yeah. Let some love shine through. And don't fight the feeling. Just keep on building. Everybody keep on moving. 'Cause I know we can get it over. So baby, give it all you got. Let's keep rising to the top. Give it all you got. And we won't let nobody stop us. Give it all you got. And just keep trying. Give it all you got. Oh, baby. Give it all you got. Give it all you got. Give it all you got. Time illusion create a lot of confusion, but the time has about come. Let's get it done. Keep moving, yeah, moving. Let's keep rising to the top, and don't let nobody stop. Just keep trying. Keep on giving to the child. Give it all you got. Spread some love a little more. Give it all you got. Keep on giving all you got. Give it all you got. We're rising to the top. We won't let nobody stop. We'll do it. Give it all you got. On somebody. This is the last song before the Love Zone. This is the music of Luther Vandross. See. And as usual in the Love Zone, there are 3 minute tracks back to back without any interruption. Yesterday was the first time that I didn't hear from you. Almost felt like the world had ended. Oh, what was I to do? You're the one for me, and only you can be my love fantasy. You lift me up high. You're who I desire. I just love what you do. And oh, don't leave me waiting too long. Come back. You need love, baby. I need love, baby. I can't hide my emotion. It never turns out right. And without you, there was no one to get me through the night. Well, I had never felt so much for anybody else's. I even scared myself. And what a waste of time, hoping for even one time. We went no one else. I really need you here with me. See, all these lonely nights keep messing with my mind. I'm so satisfied. I asked you to come on down. I know soon you'll be by my side. And oh, you won't keep me waiting too long when you come back to see me. You need love, baby. I need love, baby. Come to me, girl. My hope is everything's without you. Come make it for me. You're the one for me, and only you can be my love fantasy. You lift me up, you're who I desire. I just know what you do to me. Oh, don't leave me waiting too long. Come back. Yeah.
Whether you're working or just chilling, it's time to settle down to another track on Reach On Air.
Come bring me your softness. Comfort me through all this madness. Woman, don't you know with you I'm born again?
Come give me your sweetness. Now that you there is no weakness. Lying safe within your arms.
I was happy, not whole, instead with none.
Reaching this world in need of one.
Come show me your kindness.
In your arms I know I'll find peace.
Woman, don't you know with you I'm born again?
Lying safe with you, I'm born again.
Come bring me your softness. Comfort me through all this madness. Woman, don't you know with you I'm born
Now that you there is no weakness. Lying safe within your arms, I'm born.
Woman, don't you know with you I'm born again?
Not home, instead of love, reaching through this world in need of one. In your arms I know I'll find it.
Woman,
Don't you know with you I'm born again.
lying safe with you I'm born again. Hey love, don't let me go on dreaming that you are in my life right now. Because there's just no guarantee if you can make it back somehow. But baby, hey little girl, you got what I've been needing for such a long time. I won't be happy till the day that you are mine. So come on, come on, and be my lady. 'Cause you're just my star, my lady. You're the kind of woman that I want to love. Say you'll be right there. Say you'll be right there. I'll be right there. Hey girl, my life would be complete if I had someone sweet like you. Just like you, just like candy. If you should ever teach, I would shine a light for you, hey, baby. So you can see where my love is. Every day, every night, I could make you happy if my love you wouldn't find. So come on, come on, why don't you be my baby? So touch my style, yeah. You're the kind of woman that I love. Won't you come on, girl? Won't you come on, girl? Come on, won't you be my lady? Won't you love my style, girl? You're the kind of woman that I want to love. Say you'll be right there. Say you'll be right there. If you can find it in your heart, why don't you say? Today's love song kicked off with the music of Billy Crush and Salvation. With you, I'm born again. The second song was the music of Lakeside, Ye My Lady. Finished up with the music of The Gap Man, Yearning for Your Love. You're listening to Mr. Groove, Soul Spice Jams on ReachOnAir.com. And this is one of my favorite bands, the band called Play. That's KLEER. This classic dates back to 1985. The title of the album is Secret. And the title of this band is
I used to make fun of all the guys you love. Their heads were in a cloud and all they thought of was girl. There was no one like me. They tried to tell me how good love made me feel. I told them that they were not being for real. No, sir, no one could make me see. They're telling me love will come, love will be there. You can run, doesn't matter what they're telling me. Love is promised to come on. Take your power away, take your power away. Telling me that love is promised to come on. Take your power away, take your power away. Love is promised to come on. Take your power away. Take the power, baby, love is lost. Take the power, take the power away, take the power away. You were so different, you were not like the rest. And in retrospect, I know I'm too blessed. Oh, happy beyond belief. Hey, I talk about you to my friends all the time. They ask me anything if you don't mind. Oh no, I'm your idol and you're my queen. I'm telling you, love will come, love will be there. You can run, doesn't matter what I'm telling you. Love is promising, come on back. Take your power away, take your power away. Love is promising, come on back. Take your power away, take your power away. I'm telling you, love is promising, come on back. Take your power away. Take your power away, oh girl. Love is promising, come on. Take your power away, take your power away. I never thought in my wildest dreams walking in the rain could be so beautiful. Those feelings I felt now seems to be all that I'm living for. Oh, baby, I talk about you to my friends all the time. They ask me anything else is on my mind. Oh no, I'm your Adam and you're my queen. And I'm telling you, love will come, love will be there. You can run, doesn't matter what I'm telling you. Take your power away, take your power away. Telling you love, speak on me. Take your power away, take your power away.
Keep up to date and like our page of facebook.com/reachonair or follow us on Twitter. We are @reachonair.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Now you can't miss the title of this song, Summer Grooves, and the name of the group is Morale. The show is slowly coming to an end, but we still got time to play some heavy vibes. And the first one is the music of Bunny Mac, Let Me Love You. The problem with this song is if you go out looking for a song, say, when we used to go back in the old days, look for records, you wouldn't even know the title of the song. You'd be going out asking for You're My Sweetie. The title is Let Me Love You. Enjoy.
You're my sweetie, my sugar, my lady, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Here's a story that I must tell. My woman lifted me from hell. I was hurt, but now I feel no pain. I was dead, but I'm alive again. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my baby, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember, do you recall that our love was the best of all? You remember, and I know. So come on, let your feelings show. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my baby, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I was blind, but I now can see what happiness is meant to be. So my heart is soft and warm. You make me feel like you're my sweetie, my sugar, my baby, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
was no one there. Then man came down for the one who cared. He needed someone by his side. When woman came, she turned the tide. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my baby, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my baby, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my baby, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. I was blind, but I now can see what happiness is meant to be. You took my body, soul, and all. You made me feel like 10 feet tall. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my baby, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. You're my sweetie, my sugar, my baby, my lover. So honey, let me hold you, let me love you forever. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
We don't mind if you choose not to. All we ask is that you get down. We feel better having you around the party. Oh yeah, cause I know y'all been sitting up here on this in this chat either much waiting on me to broadcast. I said, what is it do y'all either much want to talk about today? Because on Monday Night Raw we had Seth Rollins beating Finn Balor to advance to the semifinals, and on from SmackDown, we the much had AJ Styles beating Bobby Ashley, and he's the winner. So he turned around and Edge beat Edge, and turn around and beat Edge, and Austin um beat Edge, and let me put my notes in front of me. I don't want to get this wrong. Lord knows. I mean, I don't want to be sitting up here getting this wrong. Excuse me. And I don't want to be sitting up here getting this wrong. And we had AJ Styles beating Edge or Rey Mysterio to advance to the semifinals. We the much had Io Shirai versus I mean Dakota Kai and Bailey versus the Leah Morgan and Rhea Ripley. They won the tag team titles. We had Cameron Grimes beating Baron Corbin. We the much had either much. I mean, had AJ Styles beating Bobby Ashley, and Austin Theory here he moves on to face Seth Rollins at the Night of Champions, and we had a ceremony with we had a segment with Roman Reigns and the Usos. So let's get into the countdown. Mario, let's. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, because these nets. And so either much Monday. I mean, I don't think much is going to be going on Monday. So I'm glad I don't either much have to get up here Monday and do a Monday Night Raw review. So I done gave you Backlash. I done gave you Monday Night Raw. I done gave you a podcast from last week. Here I am giving you a podcast again before we go head right into Mother's Day. And shout out to these people's mothers who are here and who are here. And shout out to these mothers that's people who is dead and gone, because I know y'all miss y'all mama every single day. So thank God I still have mine with me. Thank you, Lord. Cause he always good all the time. So now let me first before we get into SmackDown, let's talk about AEW, because I'm not here, I'm not sitting up here to review AEW Rampage. No, that is not what I'm talking about. So I don't watch that. And then we the much looking at this though, and I'm looking oh yeah from because we seen AEW Dynamite was May the 13th, so we the much had a double Jeopardy match: Claudio Castro versus Ray Flex, Alex Burt Hickton. So if Flex wins, then he gets a shot at Claudio ROH World Title. If Claudio wins, then he get a title shot at a partner at Flex ROH tag team titles. Fleck tried to use has spent early on to do some moves, but Claudio changed him with a backbreaker Flex stunner. Claudio punch in, then hits a springboard Hurricane Corona. Flex hit a suicide dive and then a second suicide dive to knock Claudio down on the floor. When Fleck tried other dives, Claudio chased him and praised pressed him onto the barricade. Flex worked it over Claudio with punch. Then Flex worked the barricade and did a Hurricane Corona on the floor. It's a thin barricade in AEW compound to when Jeff Hardy did it in WWE. So it's impressive. I don't think their referee was counting them out of that ring because it's AEW Hurricane while Claudio was on the top turnbuckle. Claudio with a clothesline. Flex left the ring and Claudio hit him with a uppercut. And Claudio press slam Flex on the barricade in the crowd. They went to a picture-in-picture break. And so Claudio was in control with a running uppercut along with a Grand Ranch suplex of the turnbuckle. They exchange strikes. Claudio aboard and spin kick, and Flex hit a super kick. Flex with a spine kick that the announcers call a grappling blow since it didn't touch Claudio, and Flex hit a cutter for two. Flex jumping off the top with a move saw onto a standing Claudio on the floor back in the ring. Flex jump off the top ring right into the uppercut by Claudio. There was a left from Claudio, but Flex turning into a cold red, but to Flex knocked the Claudio down after a few super kicks for a 2 count.
Claudio managed to lift Flex onto his back for a spinning slam for two. Claudio with a hammer elbow that locked it okay, but not granted great. Claudio hit a Rico Coke bomb for the pinfall win after 14 minutes. So great match, two of the best guys in AEW in my options, and two of my favorites. Flex makes everything look so simple for and um athletics standpoint. With Claudio was impressive with his power moves to walk the match. When Flex is in the tag team match, I think sometimes he goes too fast and doesn't sell, but he better in a single match because he sells well and that helps the match. I like how it was put together. The clean and fit finish was the right way to end it. So he is challenging. So that means that Claudio in a partner it gets to challenge the Lucha Brothers, Flex and Penta, for the RH tag team titles. Claudio celebrates the win while they show Brian Daniels and Willow. You're watching a crew on a TV in the backstage arena. So, and we get Morrow was show walking backstage with excuse me, I mean Renee Petro asks him what brings him back here. And dude, Morrow has not even much been seen on TV. He was dominated as a TNT championship, and then when he was on television, and Tony Khan neither much kept him off of TV for or near a while. And so now he's back, and so we don't know if what AEW got planned with Morrow on television. Who is going to be his next feud? He is going to be feuding with. And so there was pre-taping Maxwell Jacob Freeman promo as the AEW World Champion spoke about how he will have more lovings over the other four pillows. Darby Allin, Jack Perry, and Sammy Guevara, MJF bragged about his accomplishment in AEW. Well, Norman wrestlers has beat it like John Martin, CM Punk, Brian Daniels, and so on. MJF said that his reign of terror had just begun. And so, moving on. So let's hear from LTR. So the LTR do over Dex Haywood and Cash Wallow entering at the AEW Tag Team Champion. Dex said that they had a apology for somebody, so he calls for Mark and Briscoe to call him out there. Jeff, Jerry, and Jay Lethal enter with Sanjay Dutt and Sam Singh, who joined FTR in the ring. Dutt wanted FTR to accept the tag team titles match challenge at Double or Nothing. Dex asked the fans who were so sure about it. Dex, so he asked the challenger if they aim to using Mark Briscoe to get FTR. Dex said that Mark is the friend. So Mark Briscoe joined the promo party, telling them to Rex as Mark got into the ring. Mark said he got news from Tony Khan and said that from the FTR match against Lethal and Jerry at Double or Nothing, Mark is going to be the referee. Mark had a bottle of brews, passed some drink around, and Dutch spit the alcohol in Dak's eyes. Briscoe was shoved into Dex, who changed Mark without knowing it was Mark. And Dex hit a Mark with a field driver. Cash told Dex about what he did, and Dex was available to see what happened. So this was a pretty silly, but it worked it in getting the angel across about Jared, Letho, and friends being jerks as usual. Dex accidentally hitting a peel driver on Mark by accident was a dynamite move to feather the story. They should have replayed the key spot in that, but they didn't do it. Oh yeah, you know that that's gonna be setting up a feud coming at a Double or Nothing. So Chris Jericho was interviewed by Renee Pritico. Jericho said that he got a court order against Adam Cole due to Cole attacking when Jericho was on commentary. If Jericho is in a arena, then Cole isn't allowed to be there. Roderick Strong walked it up, saying Adam Cole was one of his best friends, so he's going to challenge Jericho to a foul count out anywhere match, and Jericho accepted it. Jericho warned Strong that he got a wire arm behind him. Strong also got a legal counseling saying that Jericho approached abs- approaching associates approaching secures associates is banned from the building. Strong left while Jericho looked at the papers. So they make me think they could have somebody that's not ills in the JS help Jericho get the win over Strong. Also, whether or not the fans boo when they I mean, you're not inside. Jericho gets the win over Strong. Also worthy. Nothing. The fans booed when they maltering that match would be next week because the fans want it to be this week. Sorry, Detroit fans. Nope, it did. So we get backstage. Renee Pretty was trying to talk about Morrow. Thunder Rosa walked up to Rose saying it seemed like a good night to talk to Tony. So should want into his office. I believe that in the past, when Tony Khan has been showed on camera, was in the gorilla position running the show, but they are pushing this story. He is in his office. Yeah, because I mean, with Thunder Rosa come back, who is she gonna feud with? Because she been alone as AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and then either much she end up got injured. She hasn't even much been seen on television going on a year now, and then she already do. She proved herself. She been in the ring with Tashida. She been in the ring with Jamie Hayter, Tashida. She been in the ring with Britt Baker, Dr. DMD, and she has been in the ring with Tony Storm, and she has. Dude, I like to see her work with Jay Cargill, Athena Rose. I would like to see her work
with these women in AEW who I like to see her work with. Because and maybe she work her way up, building her up of being right off in the women's title picture. I mean, for real though, because do you Athena is over there in all Rachel though, and she really is tearing it up over there in rings of honor. Because if she would have do, because you know that when she got called up to the main roster over there in WWE, they didn't even much book her right. Because you would have been, if she was called, if she would have been booked right. Look, Mr. Man ain't even much understand what he was gonna do with Emma Moon. That's why he wasn't not either much was gonna give her the push, him or Bruce. They do not understand what they are doing with him because they look at her and saying that she's a Triple H girl. So they had her in this stupid 24/7 title chasing after backstage into the crowd and all that crap. And then either much had either much had Ember Emma, I said that girl would have been working with if they do these people who left the company. That girl would have been working with Naomi. She would have been working with Naomi, Sasha Banks. She would have been working with on the main roster Raquel Gonzalez, Leah Morgan. She would have been working with. She would have been working with people like Bianca Belair. She would have been working with Asuka on the main roster. She would have been working with Rhea Ripley on the roster. She would have been working with Piper Niven on the roster. She would have been working with all those talented women on the roster. And you already know they was never was gonna give her a push. And they never was gonna give her a push on the main roster. Because that's why they and I mean, dude, now she's over there in all Rachel though. I mean, look how she do. She is not on AEW Dynamite. You don't see her on television. And so let's get to Sammy Guevara. Was the future in a promo saying he? Whoa, yeah, I just read. Did I read that? I really think because I'm. Let me. Sammy Guevara was the future in a promo saying he was a pillow of AEW and he too good to be denies Chris Jericho say that Sammy was bought into AEW to be a star. Sammy White Taya Mello said he belongs in the main event in the AEW World Title match. Jericho said that Sammy prediction has been real, real. Sammy said to be better to be a world champion show dreams can come true. And if you listen to your heart, those dreams can come true. So Tony Khan was showed backstage with a microphone taking about how tonight's show is one of the best lineup we have ever had. Tony said that in the back there are stars looking for a chance to wrestle in AEW. Tony said it's more clear than every that AEW can produce every even more content. Tony said that next week we have a hang announcement on Dynamite. Tony thanks us, and that was it. I mean, yeah, because is we are going to get a open heart tournament. That's what we're going to get. That's what you're going to be getting up there pronouncing. So because I mean, yeah, but I'm not. So the Intercontinental Champion Orange Cassidy versus Daniel Garcia. It was the usual comedy bits to start the match. Garcia ranches back on Orange injury, right hand in a neck sharp across. Neck snap across the top rope. Orange barely seal it because he hit a suicide dive that sent Garcia into the barricade back in the ring. Orange hit a cross body block off the top. Garcia come back with a running back elbow. Garcia sit Orange into the turnbuckle. Then a slam back first onto the apron, and Garcia slam Orange onto the top of the barricade. They went into a PLP break. And so Garcia worked it over Orange left knee with elbow strikes. Orange punches Garcia in the ribs while they were on the turnbuckle. And a weak elbow strikes to the head. Garcia blocked it, punches, and hit a suplex. Garcia wanted a other move and ranches the left knee Orange and Garcia exchange forearms falling by Garcia kicking the left knee. Garcia stumped it on Orange right hand. Orange countered a move into a beach break slam for two. Garcia drop kick Orange in the left knee. Garcia did the comedy kick that lead to a booze in. Then Garcia kicked it Orange in the head. Garcia hit a peeled driver for two. Orange barely should that because he got a roll up for two. Orange with a punch in beach break again got a 2 count. Garcia applies his dragon Tamar submission moves, but then he lost a blanket and set back on his ass, which make the moves less effectively. Garcia applies a crossface submission and he stomp on Orange, a right hand Orange, and a Garcia got a roll of Orange, hooking the arm and got a catalyst for the pinfall win after 14 minutes. And so it was pretty good. Some of the comedy was too much for me. My
And so it
oh
was
hard
pretty
shit.
good. Some of the comedy was too.
It was pretty good. Some of the comedy was too much for my liking, but that would happen in a orange match. Garcia applies the submission and then feeling falling on his ass while doing it don't look good at all. It made the moves look silly. The finish was well done with Orange finding yet other ways to win one of those matches to keep his title.
And so that Orange Cassidy, Saray, Tony Storm, and Ruby Soho did a promo talking about how Hita Sheeta wasn't there this week. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter responded to the promo saying Sheeta is back next week. The Outcast is challenging them to a 6 women tag team match, and Britt Hayter accept the challenge. Yep. I don't care. Really don't. So let's hear from Kristen Cage. Kristen Cage made his entrance with the Lucha from an interview in the ring with Tony Schiavone went Montman, the TNT champion Wallow and Arm Anderson were not there. Kristen told Detroit they the worst city in the country, so keep quiet while he uh, contact his business. So Kristen said he the number one contender because he has Christian Cage that fans were booing at a lot of. So Christian had to try to speak over them, saying that because of his name he got the shot. Christian war wondering about AEW wrestling with daddy issues with fans chanting shut the fuck up at him. Christian Montran Wallow Father saying he was famous and nobody cares about him, but he found Arm Anderson, and Christian said that and Arm was asking for a new song while fans chanted asshole at Christian, who monitoring Brock Anderson was under contract in AEW. Christian talked about how saw Brock to the side and helped it Wallow and study Christian trash on for being Tilly Branch's partner, being in a Ric Flair shadows and marking on for not being a world champion. Christian bragged about how he was a famous multi world champion. Christian had to yell while the fans were chanting something at him, and Christian said he is going to take the TNT title from Wallow, and Christian told Detroit to kiss his ass and left. And Christian ain't winning that belt because Christian is so selfish, Joe. He don't even, you see, he's just a 2.0 range and don't even much want to put over nobody. So a heels promo from Kristen, usual from a legal standpoint. He lost his last match to Jungle Boy. There should have been other getting a TNT title match before he does. And so though, but we get Darby Allin was shown in a promo video talk about how he's training with skateboards in a dirt bike. Darby dad and dogs were shown in the video. Darby said that this business gave so much to him and his friends and his family. Stain spoke about that kind of a guy that Darby is. Darby said he knows where he's going and how to get there while claiming he going to double or nothing because the AEW World Champion. So we get a no holds bar Judy Hart versus Anna Jay. So we get Julian Hart was making her entrance, so Anna Jay hit her in the back with a steel chair to the back. Excalibur said that we're best friends, but they are not
Now, Julian managed to send Jay out of the ring, and Hart threw Jay into the barricade 3 times. Hart hit Jay in the back and ribs with a kendo stick back in the ring, and Jay hit Hart with the kendo stick 2 times. They left the ring with Jay hitting a snap sharp. Hart managed to send Jay into the ring post. Hart sent Jay into the ring table in a few times. They went to a PAP break. So we get Jay was in control with a Gloria bomb onto a peel of a chair on the floor. Back in the ring, Jay got a 2 count. Jay splashed hard while a trash can was on the top of a heart. Jay did a kick monitoring with her leg, but it didn't look like she really connected on kicks. Jay spin while too long, pretty a peel of a chair, pile of a chair in the ring. Hart blocked a move onto the chair. Hart was grabbing her right hip, and a lot of Hart hits a superplex onto the pile of chairs, and Jade leg were the only part of her that hit the chair that wasn't done very well. Hart applies the hurtless submission peel back on the arm, and Jay tapped it out. It went about 10 minutes. So it's a APPRECIAT applies the effect in front of the women's, but it wasn't any different than most hardcore matches. Both women are part of heel stable. I don't know if uh House of Black or heels or face, it deepens on the week. Jay is a heels with the JS group. They really didn't do their chair spot at the finish. Why? Because I think Hart was spooks to suplex Jay onto the chair. So that's most of Jay body hit the chair, but it was only her leg that barely grasped the chair. It was a decent win by Hart. Good for her all through. I don't know if this means she gets a title shot or anything signify anytime soon. Me either though. I don't think she gonna be set up to be in a title picture. I really don't know what the AEW is going to do with this storyline with Julian Hart because I would like to see her work with Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Jay Cargill, Tony Storm. I would like to see her work with people like Ruby Soho and work with people like this other one here. I mean, Athena, I would like to see her be on AEW too, but she's over there in Ring of Honor doing her thing. So Jay Lee Hart, but I would like to see it. But as of right now, though, I don't think they ain't gonna do nothing special with her in AEW. Nothing special with her. And the House of Black made, yeah, they are 5-0. So the AEW Tulsa Tag Team Champions of Black Black, Madakai Black, Buddy King, and Buddy Murph versus um, Trent Bartrand, Beretta, Barton, Trent Borkin in Borden. Excuse me. So it's a open house match as pre the champion House of Black. No disqualification, no ropes break, and they're a 20 count outside the ring. They had a spotlight on the ring with the crowd in the dark for this match to give it a different feel. The fan chant House of Black hit a running knees on the Borden. Black tripped in Borden in a knee brace submission, landing to Borden getting to the ropes. But there are no ropes break. Brando left the ring, and Trent and Chuck did some double team moves like a double elbow drop, King tagging in. Black tripping up Trent, and King hit a sometimes splash onto Trent. They went to a PLP break. I mean, I don't give a fuck about that. So this match was not long. So Trent hit Buddy with a DDT along with a super kick for a 2 count. Broden got he tags. He hit a tornado twist dive in a circle fit bomb onto Black. Bordeaux hit a drive over the top onto Black and King of the floor, and Bordeaux with a kick to Murphy. But when Bordeaux tries a tap rope lip, Buddy stop him with a jumping knee. Tyler was in with a soul food kick, and King tags in with a Dante Inferno sit out peel drive for the pinfall win after about 9 minutes. So this match was just a short match. Buddy King and Buddy Murphy. AEW Toss Tag Team Champions. It was okay, but then it just kind of ended, struggling some more near falls for the challenger. Would have been nice to see. Bandendo got a bit of a fryer of offense. All thought it wasn't that much easy wins for the champion. I hope House of Black gets an actual storyline someday because they really have any storylines. And so next week we either much got Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, and Shashida versus the Outcast, Sarah Ray, Tony Storm, Ruby Soho, Ricochet versus Jay White. Starks and White did a promo about that and a foul. Then we get Chris Jericho versus Roderick Strong and foul count out anywhere. And the steel cage was lowering on the ring from the main event. So we are getting that. And so Kenny Omega made his entrance for the main event with Don Cass. The graphic said that Omega is 16-0-1 in Dynamite single matches. I mean, yes, because this dude Kenny Omega though came a long way. He been in the ring. Okay, he beat everybody when he was the longest AEW World Champion. He beat it Pac, he beat it Orange Cassidy, he beat it John Moxley. He ended up beating Darby Allen. He ended up beating Pac, Moxley, Darby Allen. Ended up beating in the ring with Eddie Kingston. He ended up beating everybody
in the ring, he been the longest AEW World Champ because they have been building him up as a top heel in the company when he was a world champion and beat everybody on that roster in AEW, and then either much dropped the AEW World title to Adam Hangman Page at Full Gear. And then either much Adam Page was getting built up for the past 5 months. He was getting built up as a strong AEW baby face. They end up taking off for him and he end up putting a bet on CM Punk because CM Punk didn't even much want to lose to Adam Hangman Page. So that's the reason why if CM Punk would have had lost Adam Hangman Page in a clean finish, that means that he would have either much have to either much AEW either much have to run it back if he would have lost. So it didn't happen. So a steel cage match. John Moxley versus Kenny Omega. So Moxley and Omega finally entered the cage to start the match. Brian remains on the commentary. Omega hit a running boot to the face and a running senton in a moonsault of the middle rope for two. Omega pulled out of a barbering wire steel cage from under the ring. Moxley kicked Omega in the grid, but then Omega threw the cut into Moxley's head. Omega hit Moxley in the back with the barbed wire chair. Omega did a double foot stomp onto the chair. On Moxley back, and Moxley back was blinded, and Moxley was blinded from their forehead. That's only take 2 minutes into the match, and Moxley threw Omega into the camera. That was on the apron. Moxley shoved Omega back first into the steel chair while Moxley hit Omega in the back with a bar wire steel chair. Omega with a bulldog that sent Moxley into their barbed wire chair, but you can see Moxley put his hand there. Omega gave Moxley a body slam onto the chair. Barbed wire. Omega suplex Moxley onto the barbed wire steel chair. Once that's how you do this spot correctly. And so Moxley was using a steel piece of from their cable wire ropes and put it into Orange mouth. Moxley was trying to choke Omega with the ropes. Omega tries to fight back, but Moxley hit him with a knee to the jaw. Moxley dumped it out of a bag of broke glasses with the fan cheer, and to Moxley tried a move, but Omega countered it into a slam onto the mat, but not on the glass. Omega with a knee to the jaw. Moxley countered a move with a choke. Moxley was on Kenny back, and Orange falls back so that Moxley broke with a drive into the break glasses. Loud, holy shit chants by the crowd that would justify Moxley tried to break out Orange in again, but Orange got out of it. Omega countered a move leading to a V trigger knee. Orange and Moxley exchange opener um hand pointing strike on Moxley with two knees. That second barrel touch him in the orange, hit a sharp drop shooter drag and suplex near the break glass. Orange hit a running V trigger knee that sent Moxley into the cage, and Moxley went first onto the cage on the floor. Orange had his right leg tripped in between the right and the cage. The lock right, Moxley tossed Orange back into the ring while Moxley grabbed a screwdriver. Cass went into the ring and grabbed the screwdriver. Orange hit a knee that other V trigger knees, and Orange hit a one wing Angela for the 1-2, and Kyle's hit Omega in the head with the screwdriver. That crowd was booing with big time Moxley rolling over and cover on for the pinfall win after 16 minutes. So that was a wild match, as you would expect from those guys in a steel cage match. Big twist at the end with Don Kyle's turned against Kenny Omega, who is like family to Kyle's. I don't know if most people watch this could see the one coming. So I like, as I shocked it, surprise Omega Clean had the match went after hitting the one wing angel, but Kyle's would end up costing Omega the match. And I think Moxley and Omega did a great job of using the barbed wire steel chair as a tool to a violent stir in the match. They probably could have used some more weapons too, but at last they got a lot out of that chair. I mean, yeah, because either much Kyle's, Kenny Omega is gonna be pissed, is gonna be getting the rain, cutting points, and after all we've been through, and then me and you and the Young Bucks, we traveled to New Japan, we either much won world heavyweight titles together, we either much wrestled around the country, either much together. Here you is, you turn around and either much stabbed at me in the back. And though it ain't gonna end well with Don Callis, because Kenny Omega, he is gonna get his payback. Because I mean that, because that's like you see Bill Goldberg either much. Look, if Tony Khan either much want to bring Bill Goldberg in as a mark, he would bring him in. And so, look, to me though, that's the reason why that AEW is different. If he was in the WWE, they gotta they gotta capitalize to his music and all that other bullshit that WWE do, and then have him either much walk out of the locker room and then walk down the entrance, and then that I don't see AEW gonna be doing like WWE doing, because that if he signed a multiple contract with AEW, I don't know if it's a 1 year deal on his contract, but I don't know that. So I don't care who Bill Goldberg is coming in now to face. So we get into Friday night of SmackDown. And so we saw the the start of the World Heavyweight Title tournament of Raw with Seth freaking Rollins surviving that 6-man part of the bracket of SmackDown. It's AJ Styles versus Edge, Rey Mysterio in one match, and Sheamus versus Bobby versus Austin Theory in the other match. The winner of those matches will meet in a singles match later in the show. Whoever wins that singles match will face Rollins at WWE Night of Champions on May the 27th to become the new world heavyweight champion on the Raw brand. Yeah, because I'm hoping Seth Rollins either much win the world heavyweight championship. He deserves it, and WWE need to do a hell of a better job booking him and having him going out there winning matches until we get to WWE Class of the Champions. Because the way how Seth Rollins has been getting booked it, I mean, they have, because these people in the company, you have photo writers back there in the locker room, and these writers is frustrated. How is they gonna write into the Seth Rollins storyline with his character? How are gonna be doing that? Dude, using him properly. Because you sitting up there concerned about LA Knight. And people look, LA Knight has been used on TV, so Vince McMahon don't give a damn about no LA Knight. He really don't. So we already know he don't have the mentor, he don't have the offensive mindset and that old school mentality, either much how to book these younger stars on the main roster in these women. And then he probably telling Triple H that you and your pissy title, since you can't even much beat Roman Reigns, and thought Cody was going to be the one that take that belt off of Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. You are mistaken. Yeah, because Vince McMahon don't give a damn about nobody else but Roman. And then you build him up for the past 3 years. You had him beat Bryan Danielson, Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, Dominant Edge, uh, and Bryan Danielson at a WrestleMania. You had him beating Rey Mysterio on SmackDown. Back in 2021, you had him beating Kevin Owens at TLC. You had him beating Cesaro at Backlash. You had him either much beating Matt Riddle and had him beating Randy Orton. You had him beating Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble in a no disqualify all counts count out anywhere match. I'm talking about a last standing match, and then you turn around and either much had him beating Brock Lesnar in Dallas, and had him beat him at SummerSlam, and either much and won a WWE Championship at WrestleMania. And you don't give a damn about nobody else on that main roster but Roman Reigns, because he's selfish, because he is not trying to put nobody over right now, because WWE don't want to have him to lose. That's why they didn't let him lose clean to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. So they want him to reach that the WWE Undisputed Champion. They want him to reach that number, 100 days at championship mark. This is what they want Roman Reigns to do. But at SummerSlam, though, I really must see that Cody is going to beat him at Madison Square Garden at SummerSlam and get that title off of him.
because fans telling me, talking about, oh, Roman Reigns, he is boring. Is a WWE Undisputed Championship. He need to pass the title on to some body else and let them shine. He do, because ain't nobody else on that roster is beating him but Cody Rhodes. He is the guy to take the belts off of him. And you remember when I told you that Cody Rhodes, he need to struggle more. We getting that because they have to go back. WWE have to go back to their drawing board with Cody Rhodes and build him all the way back up. And so as of Saturday, May the 13th, I am going. Oh yeah, I'm not reading it. So we get AJ. We get the WWE World Title Tournament with Edge versus AJ versus Rey Mysterio. So there are SmackDown World Title reigns that WWE only between them, with Edge having 11 of them. Ray and Styles went after Edge to start to put them. Edge come back with a boot to knock Styles down. They did a spot where Edge did a sunset flip into Ray. There did other combo moves with a monkey flip, landing into a splash. Ed hit a set out neck breaker on Styles for a two. Ed sent Styles head into the turnbuckle with a Styles doing a steam first bump. Styles with a strike to knock Edge down, along with a side forearm. Styles hit a backbreaker on Ray. Barry said this three heads, 90 years old experience in pro wrestling, which is crazy. Styles clothesline Edge out of the ring, and Ray did a Hurricane Corona on Styles, and Ray with a Hurricane Corona on Edge to follow by a kick on Styles. Edge chased a leaping Ray, led into a fall away slam. Edge set up for a spear, but both opportunities kicks. Edge and Ray did a head scissors on Styles. Ray with a cold red sunset flip pin for a 2 count on Edge. Sunset Styles sent Ray under the bottom rope. Edge hold Ray in a DDT position in Styles drop kick Edge. So it was a drop kick into a DDT combo move. All three guys were down on the floor, landing to a break. And so Styles and Ray were battling on the apron, leading to Edge hitting a double suit spear that saw them all landing on the floor. Edge looked like he had, landed pretty hard on the floor but the match countered. Edge covered Ray into the middle of the ring. Styles sent Edge out of the ring, and Ray kicked the Styles in the head and went for a change attack. But Styles challenged Ray with a coffee crusher. Ray Edge applies a crossface on Ray at the same time, then a suplex headbutt and Edge headbutt Styles while Ray went into the floor. Ray a Hurricane Corona on both guys, and Ray wanted a 619 on both of them, but they were ready in knocking Ray down. Styles and Edge did a double clothesline spot to knock
each other down. Ray hit a Styles sending Edge out of the ring and kicked his Styles in the head and went for a charge attack, but Styles changed Ray with um a clav crusher on Ray. Edge applies a crossface on Ray at the same time. Then Styles headbutt Edge and headbutt Styles while Ray went into the floor. Ray with a hurricane run on both guys. Ray wanted a 619 both of them, but they were ready and knocked it Ray down. And Styles and Edge did a double clothesline spot to Edge knock each other down. And Ray hit a running drop kick to knock Styles out of the ring. Edge with a kick on Ray, and Edge sent Styles into the turnbuckle with a AJ slide into the turnbuckle. Great selling by AJ there. Each was on the top turnbuckle. Ray went after him, and Styles hit a power bomb out of the corner on Ray. They did a town of dime spots off the corner with Ray doing the power bomb part while Styles hit a superplex on Edge. Ray covered for a 2 count. Ray dropped the kick Edge into the ropes. Ray wanted for a 619, but Styles tripped Ray up. Styles and Edge misses a signature move. Ray with a sometime on Styles. And Ray wanted for a 619 on Edge, but Edge chased the Edge, applies the Edge cutter submission on Ray. Then he let go and put the Edge cutter submission on Styles. Styles to the ropes didn't cause a break due to the rules, but Ray hit a 619 kick on Edge. Ray went up top and jumped off going for a DDT on Edge. But it's looked at Edge hit Ray with a spear on that was the internet of off it. Styles hit a springboard phenomenal form on Edge for the win after 16 minutes. So a awesome match. It was unpredictable, so that makes it fun to watch. You didn't see 4 stars level match to start WWE TV show like this. There were so many near falls in the match. I thought their finish was done really well. Even thought Ed Spears on Ray didn't look that great, but it's a tough move to do on a guy jumping off the rope. Styles finish off Edge with a phenomenal form was a good way to end to give Styles some momentum, followed by his return. Actually, that was a great match between those 3 guys in there. Made met to a later 40 show there can still put on an excellent match like this. All 3 guys are faces, so the crowd didn't pick sides that much, but you couldn't tell they wanted Edge to win this most. Yeah, but Edge don't need to win because they gave AJ Styles the win. That was the right call because he has been out with a torn ACL, so he is already back and he's healthy. So he needed that win. They was not gonna give it to Rey Mysterio, and they was not gonna give it to Edge. So we get
We get a triple threat match between Sheamus made his entrance with the Brawling Bruce for the second triple threat match of the show, but Ray and Hollins went into the back while Sheamus was cheered by the fans. The World Heavyweight Title Tournament, Sheamus versus Bobby Ashley versus Austin Theory. Theory tries to run away right away, but Ashley and Sheamus stopped that back in the ring, and Ashley hit the neck breaker on Theory while Sheamus hit a roller sometime on the Theory, and Ashley clothesline Theory out of their ring. Ashley hit a flattener on Sheamus, followed by elbow smash against the turnbuckle. Ashley hit a running shoulder tackle on Sheamus, but Sheamus come back with a power slam. Sheamus hit Ashley with a forearm to the back. Ashley was on the apron and Sheamus with a neck snap on the top rope. Theory ran into Ashley on the apron. So Ashley bumped to the floor. Sheamus beat on Theory with the phenomenal to the chest with the fans counting to 10 for all of them. They wanted a break. There went Sheamus standing tall in the ring. Ashley was in control of Theory on the floor, with Ashley sending Theory head into the ring post. Ashley and Sheamus got into a slugfest, then Sheamus with a kick, and Ashley hit a clothesline, ran into a double boot to the face from Sheamus, and Sheamus jumping off the top, and Ashley charged him and hit a overhead belly to belly suplex through with back in the ring and a drop kick on both guys through with a chop block on Sheamus and a forearm for the two on Sheamus because Ashley broke up the pin. Theory hit a impressive blockbuster neck breaker on Ashley. Theory sent Ashley left the ring with Theory, sending Ashley into the steel steps. Theory went for a leaping attack on Sheamus, who changed him and hit a backbreaker. Sheamus with a double X handle, then a counter clothesline, and Sheamus hit a white noise on Theory off the middle turnbuckle for a 2 count. Sheamus went for a move, but Theory got out of it and hit a sunset flip for a 2. Sheamus was back up and quick with a knee to the jaw. Sheamus went into a brogue kick. Ashley was back in, and Ashley a spear on Sheamus, and Theory sent Ashley into the turnbuckle. Theory covered Sheamus for a 2. Ashley was blinded from the head. Ashley hit a spine buster on Theory. Ashley went for a hurt lock on Theory. Sheamus back in. He hit a brogue kick on Ashley, and Ashley dumped the Theory out of the ring, and Ashley pinned the Theory for the win. It went about 14 minutes. So ain't no way they was gonna let Theory win. So he is not ready for that WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So I don't want him to. So it was a other very good triple threat match, but not as excited as the one before. So it was that said I admire Bobby Ashley for staying in the match after he was sent hard into the steel steps by Austin Theory. Ashley got a big cut on his head and still finished the match to pick to pick up the win. An issue I have is that WWE does that. They hit a finish, then a third guy steal a pin, sending far too often. Since Theory did it a backlash, and when he won the U.S. title at Survivor Series, and now we see it again, but at last it's a face like Ashley done doing it this time. Anyway, it was other matches where three guys working really hard, a lot of action and fans to watch. So we see that means Bobby will face AJ in the main event, demanding who goes to Night of Champions. So Roman Reigns, the table. So they show the locker room of Roman Reigns because he is coming soon. So we had Garrison Wallow walking into the office of WWE. Adam Pearce. Wallow had a idea to have the winner of AJ and Bobby match on the Garrison Wallow effect. Talking, taking a show next week. Pierce thought that sound was good, so it's on for next week. Um, Baron complained about it's even been he a heel announcer, so I don't give a fuck about that. Really don't. So we had Corbin, Cameron Grimes versus Baron Corbin. Is the SmackDown W of Karen Grimes who has the same theme song and the locker from has a NXT ran. Baron Corbin did a promo about how Grimes was the last pick in the draft. It is too many. Corbin said Grimes would be waste washing. He was in NXT, the bell ring. Dude, he got his ass beat in in 2 seconds. So we get Roman Reigns and the Bloodline making their entrance to the ring. So Roman was in the ring for some promo time, joined by the Uso, Jimmy and Jay Uso, Solo Sakura, and the special councilman Wiseman Paul Heyman. And so it's 984 days for Roman Reigns at the Universal Champion. Reigns in Knoxville, Tennessee acknowledged me. That leads to me mixing up checkers and booze with a lot of one solution. In the building. There were some Roman chants. Roman Reigns said that Grand Garing grants respect. Reigns said that regardless of reception of not this is one thing the most be respected. Reigns said that every man in the ring means eventually both right at WrestleMania. Reigns said, "We know it's only been a few years of two nights, WrestleMania, but Reigns said that we knows that will." Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh, my phone, John. I said we will um be the only one to do it. Range called out Solo for stepping up when Range wasn't there. At Backlash, Range said there was a corner when they got Solo on the road because he was in the ring with the best of all time, and he said Solo has showed he can swing instead of sinking. Reigns said that Solo handling the Riddle problem, Solo monitoring KO and Sammy and Roman, so the fan chanted Sammy at them. Reigns said they aren't a problem. Reigns said there is a actually problem. Reigns, the problem is your brother. The fans let out a loud R's reception at Rome at range started at the Usos. So Range walked up to the Usos asking, what did you think was going to happen? When you lose the main event of WrestleMania, Reigns said that's the rematch they declares to Roman Reigns. Wonder why they dedicate a tag team champion to him when he the greatest single champion. Even Reigns for a missing perception. Uh, the family Reigns told them they know better than this, and Reigns told them Arius. The fans were shouting no to the Reigns said he doesn't want to hear anything and other than I'm sorry I average my travel chief. Jimmy was talking to Jay while the fans were chanting no at them. Reigns told them to not listen to those idiots. Reigns pushed Jimmy, telling him to Arias. Jimmy was laughing about it. Reigns said it looked the good fella commercial about to clown, and Reigns shoved Jimmy in the face. Heyman wanted to the apron at this point. Jay stepped in front of his brother and said to Roman, hey, man, we Irish. Jay said, we averages, uncle. Jay said that if Reigns said give them one more shot that will bring back the champions to the Reigns said that the tag team champion will come back to the bloodline, and Reigns told Heyman to fill them in. Paul Heyman said that the tribal chief had a game plan in hand, and he was talking about how they were fixing their muscle. Heyman announced that at Night of Champion, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will lose the undisputed tag team titles against Roman and Solo. Reigns said that he is going to decide is going to decide the tag team victory to the greatest tag team of all time, Asika, Afro, and Kasika. The Wire, Samoa, the Usos were all sad about if Reigns and Solo and Heyman left, while Reigns grad lunch at the new World Heavyweight title. So the bloodline dream is always so great to watch. We went for waiting for Sammy to turn against Reigns, and now it's going to build up to want to see the Usos turn against Reigns. It's because Reigns is such a diamond heel character that is easy to hate at first. He was bragging about how they handled WrestleMania, and then he was out of there to Hamlet. So Usos in let me read this including Reigns, shoving Jimmy right in the face when Jimmy stepped it towards Roman and Jay, obvious for the team, and that seems to squash the beef. I don't know if Reigns and Solo will win the title, but they are both booking so strong. That's the might do it. Sammy and Kevin working Night of Champions Saudi Arabia is a bit of a surprise since the passing of working on Saudi Arabia shows in the past, but I guess it's happening now. I like that there's a lot of great to see Range back in the mix. I thought it's a disappointment that Range liking isn't different his title at Night of Champion now. With all of that said, I want Sammy and KO to win. And so to me, though, if Sami and Zayn lose, like Vince McMahon either much want to put 4 titles on Roman Reigns, and then look, he don't give a fuck about Sami or KO, okay? That fool there. Oh, you always complain about Vince, Vince McMahon doing this, Vince McMahon booking is this. I said, dude, he trash, and he annoying, and his booking stinks. So hold on, let me get something on my damn nose. Yeah, because the Usos, they either much feel like they an opportunity been taken away from them. They are gonna they are gonna get involved in the match. They are gonna end up costing Roman Reigns and Solo the WWE Undisputed titles, and then Solo is gonna be the one that take that pin, not Roman Reigns. So we get Damage Control were interviewed by Kayla Braxton. Billy did a basic promo talking about Kai and Billy are going to win them tag team titles. And Billy told Kai to tell Roman that this is Damage Control show. So we get the Usos were angry backstage with the LWO. The Usos were about to jump Jaquan, Y, and Kaz due to with Selena Vega, but then Ray and Santino Wexler are joining the LWO buddies, and the Usos backing off. They will likely set up a tag team match. So we get a match with Damage Control versus Raquel Rodriguez. So Raquel was fire again. Kai with 2 fall away slams, but Kai aboard a choke screw elbow off the turnbuckle. Belly tags in with Raquel hitting a double choke slam. Morgan tags in, leading to a uh, spine. A splash on Raquel, using Morgan in a battering ram. Raquel tossed Morgan onto Bailey, Kai knocked Raquel out of the ring. Morgan talked about Kai out of the ring, and Morgan hit knees on Billy, and Kai made a build tag. Billy had Morgan on her shoulder, and Kai hit a double knee attack on Morgan. While Billy completed the powerbomb, it looked it like a raw landing for Kai, who hurt her knees in a Kai covered Morgan slowly for a 2 count. And because Raquel made the shove, Billy told Sky to get a title. Raquel stopped that from happening. Raquel knocked the Kai down on the floor, and Morgan rolled up Billy and Saturday on Billy for the pinfall win after 9 minutes. So I didn't give a shit about this match either. So damage control booking sucks. So the match was okay. It looked like a rough landing for a Kai after that top rope move, but then she was able to move around okay doing the direction spot. I think they are a cleaning build up between EO Sky splitting from the group and probably becoming a singles act. Billy will blame Sky from the loss, and it will build from their champions retain is fine with me. I like Raquel and Liv. They are clear a build up chemistry together. The Brawling Brutes were backstage with Sheamus and Reginald Hollins talking about what Reginald telling Sheamus they should go from drinking pretty daily, Elton Prince, and Kite Wilson walking in the introduction themselves. Sheamus wondering which one of pretty and which one of the pretty deadly, marking the Brawling Brutes a PUD sad sorry for your loss to Sheamus PD left, and Sheamus said they should go from beer with Reginald dying. Look, they gimmick on the main to Rudy Dillon. I don't know how they gonna be used on the main roster, so I am not a fan of Pretty Deadly at all. So we get Bianca Belair has entering with the Raw Women's title. Belair recently passed 400 days as the champion and is the longest reign champion in the modern era there. Reality is Trish Stratus had a long range in 2005, but I guess they don't count. A modern is just WWE World of Honor Belair. Belair was celebrating in the rain with red carpet while they had with a orange balloon all around. The rain Belair granted some of her family at ringside as well. I think Cole said the longest women title reign of all time, which is absolutely not true or close to being true. So Oscar made her entrance while Bella was standing on the middle turnbuckle. Oscar got into the ring with Belair and Oscar shaking hands with Belair, and then Oscar spit some blue-green mist in Belair's face. Belair was screaming as she went down to the mat to seal it. Some WWE officials in a train went off to the rope ring to help Belair, and Oscar was laughing about it as she left. Look, Oscar a heel now, so this is the last match. And after this, we've been on here about 2 hours. We went over AEW Rent Dynamite and we went over Knox. So I'm finna get into the last match and I'm finna wrap it up. So AEW AJ Styles versus Bobby Ashley. They did not get a television insert throughout. We saw the end of Ashley insurance. Brock and punch his knees to the ribs. Ashley pick his booster to AJ throat. So whipping into the ropes, but Ashley sends Styles over the top to the floor. Ashley sends Styles back first into the apron, and Ashley put Styles on his shoulder and ram him into the ring post like Bobby loves to do. So Styles was in control with a chop block to the knee, and Ashley got back up and sent Styles to the turnbuckle. And Ashley charged Styles aboard it and applies the Capra Crusher submission move. Ashley powers out of it by slamming AJ head into the mat repeatedly. Styles kicked the leg of Lashley, then some punches, and Styles hit a DDT. The top of Ashley head was blinded against from the cut early in the night. Styles tried a left, but Ashley got out of it and hit a flattener from two. Ashley tried a slam off the shoulder. Styles landed on his feet, and Styles hit a running forearm. Styles went for a counter attack. Ashley got out of it, and Ashley applies a hurt lock submission, but Styles got his feet to the ropes to break the hold. The left the ring again with Styles from a move into the post, but Styles shoved Ashley into the ring post on Styles. Hit a jumping kick to the back end the ring. Styles jumped to the top. Ashley charged Styles on his shoulder, and Styles went a calf crusher, but Ashley powered out of it. They were each going for moves. Ashley chased Styles, and Ashley hit a power slam for two. Ashley tried the hurt lock again. Styles got out of it, and Ashley did a spear into the turnbuckle, and AJ with a knee to Ashley head into the ring post, back in the ring, and Styles hit a phenomenal forearm on Ashley for the pinfall win. It after 12 minutes. So this was okay, but the crowd wasn't into it. That match compared to the first match on the show. Ashley worked it as a head on his did why he had a big gas on his head, show how tough he is and how much of a pro he is. I think Styles winning is the right call because it's put him in a strong position off coming back from an injury that took him out of over 4 months. The finish was booked it well with Styles showing Ashley into the ring post, which doesn't Ashley a lot of Styles hitting the phenomenal forearm to 4-on-2 wins. So it was I enjoyed it. So he get to move on and face AJ Styles. I mean, Seth Rollins had class excuse me, a champion. So it was a good match. We don't went over SmackDown, AEW Rampage. We went all over the place. And so we was because earlier I was listening to that. If SmackDown is Fox, if they are gonna move on from SmackDown is gonna move on off of Fox is gonna be moving into the NBC universe because NBC they have been trying to get SmackDown either much for the longest. So if they make a deal with NBC, there'll be a better place for them because WWE still has a deal with Peacock. Tony Khan either much signed a deal for 5 years with the Warner brothers, so they not going nowhere. So they under contract, I think, to 2027 with them. So Monday Night Raw, I would be on a break on Monday. So I bet you it ain't nothing much going on over there. So those who join me in my live, thank you. I mean, my nose is running. Let me get my ass off here. Good night.